Hi Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your angel and spirit guide message of calling love and passion into your life. Now, this is a very different love reading because it's not going to tell you, oh, you're going to meet this person like here and all those type of things. It's going to be more, very much of a message from your angels, from your spirit guides about how to call love and passion into your life, what needs to be done, and the areas in our lives that we need to look at. Okay? So I know we have a lot of cards here. All of them will be listed in the description box below. So if anyone really shouts out to you, they're all going to be down there. So let's see now. Oh, and if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel. There we go. I get so excited. Sometimes I skip that. All right, so let's see now, Pisces. Angel and spirit guide message for calling love and passion into your life. Angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Angel, yeah, this one just popped right out. It says, take action on your ideas. I love that, with the eye opening up and you at the center. Yeah, that's really pretty. Always do your best is what it says at the top. Always be your best too. I really see that as being a part of you during this time. It's like you strive to be the very best, okay? But also note here, don't put so much pressure on yourself. Don't strive for perfection. There we go. I can speak, because perfection is always something that is unobtainable, okay? It's always something that's going to be just out of reach. You're always going to think, oh, I can do better, oh, I can push further, oh, I can be more. And here, there's a sense of contentment with yourself, of looking at yourself and being like, wow, I'm pretty darn good, I got things going on. So let's see now. Angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. This one right here, right? This is adversity. Right. And this right here, hold on, everything's going to start to fall. Resourcefulness. I think you're going to get a sentence here. Oh wow, this is a lot. So here, we'll do these two because they're the ones that stuck to my hand. Purity and courage. Oh, I like that. You do have a sentence with those 4 cards. And then Angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Show me clearly, show me clearly. This one right here. Oh, I love the dear spirit. Bring a gentle touch. Oh, I love that one. Okay. And you have the squirrel spirit. Oh, 2 fantastic ones. Believe in yourself. Bring a gentle touch and believe in yourself. And you're might going to think, Pisces, for some of you, you're not being forceful enough, assertive enough, or, something like you have to bring more to the table. No. No, it's really showing here that a gentle touch is the best way of going about things. Angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. These 2. So you have play. Oh, I love that. And you have love. Oh, what a beautiful combination. Love should be something fun, something joyous, something playful, something beautiful. And you shine like a beacon of love. There is a passion, there is a beauty around you that people are drawn to. So, angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Angel and spirit guide message for Pisces, calling love and passion into your life. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Fantastic, that's beautiful. At the center of everything is you coming through as the page of water. This is exquisite. Oh, I love this. Okay? And, okay, I'm just going to take a moment. And here, because why I chose these cards is it kind of gets Spirit to have a voice for itself and for themselves with the angels too, because of the words written below. And it says, a new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. So a new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. It's beautiful. And I love that that's at your heart. I got really excited there, so I had to take a moment out. Okay? And then you're crowned by the Three of Earth, the Three of Pentacles. You have release, which is the death card. So a dying away of the old self, a rebirth of the new. You have a strong Scorpio energy here, a time frame October 23rd to November 21st. Five of water, changing your mind, changing your whole entire life. Unity, this is a Taurus energy, shining through, a time frame April 20th to May 20th. Four of air, Four of swords. Oh, and then the Four of fire, the Four of wands. Ace of fire, Eight of fire, Two of air. Okay. So let's start here with the take action on your ideas. And this says, doing your best means to take action. You can have many great ideas in your head, but without action upon them, without action upon an idea, there will be no manifestation, no results, and no rewards. So that is very true right here. It's knowing what you want and going after it. It's not being overly assertive. There is the sense here of not wanting to be too much. You know, it can be that somebody told you, oh, wow, you're a bit too much in a relationship. Well, maybe you were too much for them, but that's why they're an ex. Or you were told something about yourself here that makes you think, oh, maybe I'm hyper emotional, you know, overly in tune with my feelings. No, that's a good thing. Yes, you might want to, you know, tone it back a little bit if you are, you know, crying every 5 seconds, but if you're not, then that's fantastic for you. You have a sense of being connected with yourself and your power and your truth, which leads you to rising above adversities with the marshmallow, okay, right here. And as you rise above adversities, you embrace your resourcefulness with the huckleberry. You look at things differently. You can grow in any situation. It's kind of like you're never going to be held back. And as you embrace your resourcefulness, because you rise above adversities and you've had to face challenges in your life, it leads you to a purification of self and soul. It also leads you to a wisdom with the sage. And I love this card. Sage is actually one of my favorite herbs. So here, there's just a sense of peace. And I feel that peace radiating from it. It's kind of like you have been through so much. And instead of looking at things and saying, wow, look at the scars I have from past relationships, from life in general. Now you look at things and say, wow, look at the wisdom that I have. Look at the power that I embrace. Look at the way that I can move forward. And that is exquisite for you. And then we move here to courage, which is the borage, and there is just a sense of power, of truth, of courage to you, where you're like, this is what I want, this is where I'm heading, and this is where I need to be. So you rise in courage and you rise in your truth, because as you're purified, as especially your heart chakra is purified, as you walk in love, because you're a water sign energy, and that's your thing. Your thing is love, your thing is emotion, and that emotional pure connection brings you to a gentle touch. Now, I believe that touch is something that we lose in our lives. Like, not really like lose in our lives, but something that society doesn't say is as important. You know, we see that sex is really important, and we see that accumulating things is really important. But the gentle touch, the holding of somebody's hand, you know, the touching somebody's cheek, you know, just touch. It's so important. And I know you might sit there and roll your eyes and say, Dane, you know, great relationships, you don't have to have that connection. But I believe you do. I firmly believe that you do. Because if you look at primates, and we ourselves are just really evolved apes, right? Really evolved primates. And so if you look at primates, you can tell the primate that is being shunned, okay? Because the fur would be matted. It'll be off by itself. It will literally be withering in front of your eyes. Without touch, without that sense of the grooming process, without having that affection shown, which is how primates do it. They'll like pick out the bugs from each other, they'll groom the fur. It's a process, and it's something that they need to thrive. It's something that we need to thrive too. And here with the bring a gentle touch with the dear spirit, okay, it is embracing that gentle touch. And in the link below, I also have a link to the sacred text of carezza, which is the art of caressing, the art of touch. Now, literally, it is a non-orgasmic form of sex, but you don't need it to be that way. You don't need to go to that extreme. Some people do, some people don't. You do what's right for you. But just embracing that art of touch is going to be so important. It's going to be so important in moving you forward, in connecting energy to energy. All right. And as you do this, and as you embrace that art of touch with just, you don't have to do it. If you are single, it doesn't mean that you have to go out and like find somebody. It could be that you just become very aware of your hands, the times where you hold your hands together, the energy that you build within a touch. When you're washing your face, the energy that you bring, the way that you bring the blood back to life in your face. You keep everything moving forward. That touch is going to be so important. The way that a dog or a cat comes up to be pet, the way that the bird sits on your shoulder, that type of thing, becoming aware of it and embracing that energy will put an aura about you that is absolutely enticing. Okay, that becomes absolutely enticing. Now, this is if you're single, and this is if you're in a relationship. Just being aware of touch is something very sensual, but also very, very beautiful. It is very, very beautiful. And it leads you to the squirrel spirit, which says, believe in yourself. It leads you to believing yourself, being empowered, moving forward, burying that acorn of what you want and seeing the tree that will grow of it. And as you do so, you embrace the heart spirit. You have here play and you have love. Play, not taking things so seriously. We have the heart chakra here, okay? It is love in all its forms, its forgiveness, its play, its compassion, its acceptance, its nurturing, its intimacy, its balance, its joy, laughter, happiness, gratitude, inner peace. It's love. And here we have it shining through, okay? We have love shining through for you, moving you forward, embracing the art of play, the art of connection, the art of beauty. And as you do so, you shine. You are a beacon of love. And it's exquisite around you. It simply is exquisite. And at the heart of everything here is you. You are a student of your heart. You are a student of what you want. And here we have the Page of Waters. This is intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase, heightened psychic abilities. So you might find that you say, well, I just know. And you're going to think, oh my gosh, that's so silly. How can you just know? Seriously, Pisces, you're just going to know. You're going to have the sixth sense about things. You're going to intune things, and you're going to be able to move forward in the way that you want, to the place that you want. But this is saying that new things are coming in. Now, if you're in a relationship and you're like, Dane, I do not want a new relationship coming into my life. I am perfectly happy, and I don't want a new relationship coming into my partner's life either. This is a sense of looking at each other in a new way, in a new light, of seeing all those reasons why you fell in love. This is exciting for me. This is a sense of, wow, it's beautiful, and it's looking at life and it's saying, okay, life is life. Life isn't always beautiful. It isn't always perfect, but there is a beauty to you that you are embracing. There's a beauty within your partner. And if you're single, this is a beauty within your life that you are embracing, a beauty of self and of soul. And it's knowing that you're always going to be a student of your heart. You're always going to be looking at things differently and new and with a greater sense of ease and power, which leads you to the Eight of Fire. It says here, events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over, many things happening at once. So it can be that everything starts happening at once. Like you and your partner might be on rocky times, but then things start to change. And as they start to change quickly. You're really embracing them, looking at new ways of connection, looking at new ways of the heart. If you are single, there's a very good chance that you will not be single for long. There is a very good chance that somebody will be coming into your life and you will sit there and be like, wow. And it can be within the year, it can be within this Taurus time frame, or within this the Scorpio time frame right here. So Taurus time frame April 20th to May 20th, Scorpio time frame October 23rd to November 21st. So it can be around there. Know that nothing is set in stone, but there is a huge sense here of you releasing the negative, moving towards the positive, and being united with your soul's desire. As you do so, you have here the Three of Earth, and this says the power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work, be a team player. And this is also being a team player. So people are going to see the effort you put into things, the heart that you put into things. Pisces, you put a tremendous amount of heart into things. And this green is really calling right now to the green of the heart chakra. And there's a sense of rich soil being planted. There's a sense of, yes, this being a team effort. You cannot be in a relationship just by yourself. Well, maybe you can be, but here it's talking about connecting with what your soul wants, what your soul desires, the way you want to move forward. And even if you're single and you're saying, Dean, I don't really want to be in a relationship right now, that's totally cool. Don't think that there's anything wrong with you or about that declaration. You're planting the seeds for what you want to develop within your life. You're looking at the greater accomplishments, the greater glory of the way that you are moving forward and the understanding of your heart, because it's better to be alone and happy than with somebody and miserable. It really is. It just, in my opinion. Anyway, I know people disagree, but I believe that it's better to be in a relationship with you, with spirit, with your angels, with divinity, knowing what you want, planting those seeds of what you desire, hard work, dedication to yourself, because that's what calls this Ace of Fire. And it says, an exciting new opportunity, career advancements, change your life now. And your life is changing now. Career advancements, but it's also the advancements of yourself evolving as a human being, as a person, knowing your soul, knowing yourself. This is passion, this is creativity. This is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you this gift of passionate creativity. There's also tremendous sexual energy around you. So this could be something that you utilize, especially if you're in a relationship. If you're not in a relationship, okay, be mindful, because there is going to be this heightened sexual energy, but okay, so Spirit is saying, if you connect with somebody whose energy level is very low, they're very base people, but you don't know this because you've just connected with them and you don't really know them, they can drain you dry. They can drain you dry and very easily. If you're in a relationship where, let's say the sex is great, but the heart isn't really into it, okay? You feel like that person is really separate from you. It's time to step back and look at things. And you might need to talk things out. You might need to look at things and say, what do I want from this relationship? What is being planted here? What is developing here? Are we working together as the team that we're supposed to be? Because I know everybody wants love to be just something easy and beautiful. And oh my gosh, it all just falls into place. And it's like a fairy tale. But being in a relationship is like another full-time job. Yes, one seriously more enjoyable, but at times when things are going wrong or when your partner's going through a hard point in their life, sometimes it isn't. You'd rather be at work. So here it is looking at that and saying, is this person as committed to me as they would be to their career, or as they are to their career? And looking at the ways that you want to move forward. It doesn't mean that, okay, that person is very driven, working hard, spends a lot of time at the office or wherever, not holding that against them, but it's really looking at what you want and what your heart needs and saying, are we working together in this as a team? If you are single, you want somebody to be that team player in your life. You don't want somebody who's just going to come in, take over, tell you what to do, and make it so that the only voice you have is the voice that says yes, the voice that agrees with them. So here, it is really embracing that passion and that power and using it as your heart's truth to move forward in play, in joy, in beauty, and in that connectivity that is all things, And then we have unity. And this is the Archangel, Sandalphon. And this says, traditional viewpoints and methods, spiritual organization, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. So here, it is also saying, and what I also think is very important when it comes to love, is that that person isn't your everything, okay? You still have friends. You still go out. You still talk with people. You still do all this stuff. And that person is your touchstone. That person is part of your foundation, just as you are part of theirs. But it is being united with your spiritual self, with your personal self, with friends that share like minds and share different aspects of you to move you forward. And here, it is also saying, unity. The Hierophant is also the minor arcana marriage card. So if you're looking to be in a committed relationship, you're on a crossroads, okay, of something really great, and you are moving towards this committed relationship, right? If you are already in a committed committed relationship. Your relationship is at a crossroads. Things are looked at, things are healed from, and you see yourselves moving forward in greater unity, greater connection, and greater truth. Now, with the Hierophant, with the Unity card here, this is also very much saying, be true to yourself. This is traditional viewpoints or methods. This is your traditional viewpoints or methods. It's not saying that you have to follow some sort of orthodoxy. You don't have to follow, or the way that your parents always did it and everything like that. This is saying what is true for you, what is right for you. And as you embrace this truth, as you embrace this unity with yourself, you come to this crossroads. And I love the two unicorns crossing horns. I absolutely love unicorns. One of my favorite things is the medieval tapestry of the unicorn, and it's the unicorn with her head resting on a maiden's lap. And I just am enchanted by that. Always have been, always will be, and it always makes me think of The Last Unicorn book, which was one of my favorite stories when I was little. And so here, with the two of air, when you have the unicorns crossing horns, I also see it as, yes, being at a stalemate, yes, looking at two things and maybe having a bit of a confrontation, but there's also, I see this as very much an embracing of power. These crossing of horns, this sharing of energy, which is very important to you during this time. And it says, being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem, pretending there's nothing wrong. I mean, seriously here. So as you might be at a stalemate with something, you might look at things and say, I'm at a crossroads. There are two ways to do this, and I'm not keen on either one of them, because you're not going to be. You're going to look at things and say, well, I don't want to move that way, and I don't want to move that way, and what the heck is going on here? But as you connect with yourself, your soul, as you connect with your inner power, you're going to see a third option arise. And as this third option arises, it's more in tune with your soul. It's more in tune with yourself. It's calling on that greater power, which brings you to the Four of Air. Now, the Four of Air is the Four of Swords, and this says, right here, the Four of Air, and this says, time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. So it's time to step back. It's time to step back from a situation. It's time to look at things. But also, in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this is a coffin with 4 swords hanging above it. Back in medieval times, when a knight would come home from war, they would lay in their coffins and they would think about all the different ways that they may not have come back, or all the different ways they could not have come back. And so here it is looking at all the different ways that life has bombarded you, has made love hard. If you're in a relationship, all the different times that you two could have walked away from each other. If you're single, look how far you have come. And don't just sit there and say, oh my gosh, I'm single, I have no worth, everything isn't moving forward the way that I want to. And I know, especially if you're a woman and as years go on, you might be saying, oh my gosh, when am I going to have a family? How am I going to be able to do this? And there's the scaremongering in the media that makes you think, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be able to have children. I'm never going to be able to have the life that I want. You can always set up a contingency plan to help calm yourself down, center yourself, all right? But there's also a sense here of resting and saying, but look how far I've come. Look how much I've learned. Look at what I've accomplished in my life. Even if you're sitting there and there's still so much more you want to do, or you're thinking, I didn't really accomplish that much, and I don't know where time went, or I don't know how I'm going to move forward. Things like this, the doubts, the fear, give them to divinity, give them to the universe, and say, I need to handle each moment day by day. And meditation, putting yourself in the moment, connecting with your soul, connecting with what you desire, is going to be one of the greatest things you can do for yourself, because it moves you. And I love the progression from 4 to 5. And air and water work so beautifully together because it's the mind and the heart. But it's also here, if you think of the element of air, when water evaporates, it brings up the water, it makes the clouds, and then air brings down the water in the form of raindrops. So you have that beautiful relationship between the mind and the heart. And what is also beautiful is I'm of the firm belief that we are emotional beings. We come from the heart. And coming from the heart, we need to look at our emotional selves. We need to be united with our emotional selves. And that's what you see here with the change. You're going to change the way you're looking at things and be more united, Pisces, with the emotional you, which is going to open up doors, which is going to shatter walls, shatter, what felt like, oh, I can never move forward. You're going to see that you absolutely can. And what happens is that your heart starts feeding your mind, and your mind starts analyzing your heart, and you're going to have this beautiful symbiotic relationship with yourself, where your emotions and your mind, because your mind is what processes the emotions. If you ever see when your heart, or when there's just like a whole bunch of stress that blooms in your life, or a whole bunch of chaos that comes around you, it's very hard to stabilize your mind. It's very hard to think in the positive. It's very hard to be in that moment. So here you're having that stabilization come in, because the Five of Water, the Five of Cups, says things not turning out the way you had hoped, not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilt milk. Now, the crying over spilt milk, I think, is a little harsh, because, you're told when you're little, don't cry over spilt milk. It's not really a big deal. But when it affects your heart, when it affects your soul, when it affects yourself, it is a big deal. Other people may not see it. But what I see here is three cups fallen onto the ocean floor. Okay? They're discarded. They're gone. And you've been looking at them. And you've been sitting there and saying, what have I done with my life? What have I done with my love? Where am I in this situation? How am I moving forward? What is it that I want? And then you have the Two of Cups right here. Angels blessing you. Angels blessing you, because the Two of Cups is the minor arcana Lover's card. And you have love profoundly and beautifully coming into your life, moving you forward, gracing you, blessing you. And as it comes in, all right, as you change your mind, you literally change your whole entire life. You start to see new avenues open up. You start to see yourself moving forward more quickly, more confidently, more assured in what you desire. And this leads you to the Four of Fire. And the Four of Fire is the Four of Wands. Excuse me. And you have right here this little dragon in the fire. I don't know if you can see that. And you have the wands here, and it's giving birth to something beautiful. This says contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, successful accomplishment of a project of love. The project here, what we're talking about, is the project of love, of moving forward in love and desire and what your heart truly wants. And as you do so, you embrace your confidence, you embrace your surety. Well, you have here, and I just realized this, you have here the minor arcana Lover's card, not the Lover's card, the major arcana marriage card, and the minor arcana marriage card. Okay, so here, and you have a calling to the minor arcana Lover's card right here, and you have new relationships, new passions, new beauty coming into your life. So here, if you're in a relationship, it can be that relationship going to the next level, or looking at things and saying, do I want this relationship to go to the next level? Does my partner want this relationship to go to the next level? Where are we? And it might be being brutally open and honest with yourselves. If you are in a relationship, it's becoming more connected with each other. It's finding and really embracing those reasons why you fell in love in the first place. And as you do so, you're being united. Now, if you're not in a relationship, this is saying one is on the horizon for you. And it is here as you embrace love, as you embrace play, as you believe in yourself and embrace the art of the touch, of the emotional connection, of something that can't be bought. You start to see yourself moving forward in power and in peace. And this becomes a release from the fear, from the doubt, from the apprehensions. And this is the Archangel Raziel. And this says, the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. It's spiritual transformation. You are moving on to something greater and something more. And as you release the old, you embrace the new. As you plant your seeds of abundance, this is also the triple aspect of, you can see it as the maiden, mother, and crone. You can see it in Christianity, if you want to, as the Holy Spirit, Christ, and God. You can see it in a myriad of different ways. The triple aspect of divinity is held throughout time. And here, you could also see it as the faces of you. Childhood, finding yourself, finding your place, finding the way that you want to move forward. It's kind of like, one would say, once upon a time, adolescence, but it's not really adolescence anymore. It's, because we're not in the Middle Ages and people don't get married at 12. It is looking at what you want, what you're discovering, the way that you want to move forward, the power of yourself, and then it's stepping into your purpose. You could also look at it as the three phases of love: eros, phileo, and agape. And that's what the Greeks named love. Eros was erotic love, all right? And erotic love is, eros is where we get the word erotica from, right? Or erotic. So it is that physical, sexual, beautiful, passionate love. And then familio is the love of the family. The filio. Filio is the love of the family. The love of, coming together, creating something more, and having that unity. And then we have agape love, which is the love they say that Christ had. The love that he had, that he died on the cross for people. And it's not to get religious on people, but it's to say it's a selfless love. It's a beautiful love. It's a transcendent love. And you can see that being planted here. All those triple aspects of yourself, of your soul. And then it's a release. It's a release of the pain, of the sorrow. And then as it's released, okay, as you plant these seeds, as you're nourishing this greatness, okay, everything starts moving quickly. Everything starts changing. So you have this love coming into your life. You have yourself moving towards something absolutely exquisitely beautiful. It releases so much that has been holding you back as you embrace your heart, as you embrace your soul. Listening to, you guys know I love the Tibetan singing bowls. Listening to a Tibetan singing bowl of the heart chakra would be highly beneficial, okay? Just embracing that love, having that vibration of love through you, since you are a vibration of love. This then moves you to your passion, to your creativity, to your power, to your purpose, to this abundance, to this change in your life that's coming. And everything starts moving quickly, starts moving in force and in power. The repeat of the number 4 here is talking about taking care of yourself. 4, think of it as the 4 walls of a house, but also think of it as your body that holds your soul, okay? And as it holds your soul, you are that temple. You are the temple for your soul. And the repeat of the number 5 says that there is a sense of freedom coming in, freedom of empowerment moving you forward. And as you embrace that freedom, things become healed. Things can be not easily healed, but things come to a resolution, okay? There is an answer to these problems that is solved rather quickly. It's not going to be dragged on forever and ever and ever. Your subconscious message for this whole entire reading is another 4, the 4 of Earth. And this says, being too focused or too cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. So here, it can be being too cautious when it comes to your prosperity, when it comes to your bounty. Why is this? Because for me, the 4 of Earth is the emotional vampire card. It is having to hold on to what you have because you've had it ripped away before. You've had those loves that failed. And it might be that, it wasn't your loves that failed, but it might have been within your DNA. Your parents' marriage might have broken up. You might have been raised by a single parent. You could have seen somebody in your line, just have a really hard life, or you've inherited that sorrow within your very soul. And it also can be from past lives where it's like, wow, you never had, if you looked back, if you were able to look back and see, you might see that you had very few relationships that really worked out. And it doesn't mean that you are destined to be alone and that's your lot in life. And, that's just the way it's going to be. Because back in olden times, if you're like me, you might very well remember somebody in your family who had an arranged marriage. My great grandma, who I knew and absolutely cherished, she had an arranged marriage. And I have to tell you, that's a very different way of looking at things. And you might say, well, was it a good arranged marriage? No, not at all. Not at all. But it was her mother's dying wish. So, what was she going to do? And here, you can have things like that you inherited. Stories even that you might have heard that you inherited that makes you feel like, oh my gosh, how do we move forward from this? How do I move forward from this? And then here with the 4 of Earth, you might also very well have the relationships in the here and the now that hurt you, that scarred you, that made it so hard to trust and to love. And as you're looking at things, you're saying, wow, I don't want to repeat this. And as you're looking at things, because this card is going right above the other 4s, which I think is brilliant, you see that you are building not a wall around yourself, but you are building securely and stably the power that you need to move forward in the love for yourself, the temple of your soul. This leads you to your subconscious chakra message, which is inner child. Again, it's the heart chakra shining through. It's looking at yourself when you were little, when you were small, when things were out of your control, and it's saying, I love you. It's holding your arms open for that child you once were and embracing you and saying, I love you. As you do so, you have here the subconscious spirit animal message of the brown bear. It says take time out. It's time to take time out. It's time to look at the seed, because if you see here, I really see this paw print as also being an acorn. What are you planting? What are you planting within your heart, within your soul, within yourself to grow this bounty, to grow this truth? Take time out. Look at what you want to develop. Look at who you are. Embrace your soul, yourself, and your power. This leads you to the botanical subconscious message, which of course the last one is upside down, which is violet, and it's attract. Okay, it's attracting sweetness in your life. Now, violets were also very popular candies in the Victorian times. Okay, so there's this sweetness, there's this beauty to it, but you might be like me, and I know it might sound funny, but the smell of violets gives me such a terrible headache. I love it. I love it. I was working at this one place, and I would always put on violet perfume. And as a little bit of time passed, I would always get the most terrible headaches. And I was like, why? Why is this happening? And then I realized, oh my gosh, it's the violets. So know here that even though something might be very attractive to you, might be very sweet smelling, or not sweet smelling, but might seem sweet, like adding a beauty and a brilliance to your life, you might actually have a very negative emotional reaction to it. So just be mindful of that, right? And then you have your subconscious message of your 4 agreements, which is replace fear with love. And this says, the human mind is like the human mind is like the fertile ground where seeds are continuously being planted. When you are impeccable with your words, your mind is no longer fertile ground for the words that come from fear. Your mind is only fertile for the words that come from love. So your mind is only a fertile ground for love. So here, it's being very mindful, and as was said before by Spirit, you're going to find that your mind and heart are really working together, and where your heart is coming from. If you are coming from this place of fear, this place of doubt, this place of apprehension, this place of, oh my gosh, I just can't, we can't move forward this way, it's never going to work, it never has worked, you're going to see that those words start to change. You're going to see that, first of all, you become cognizant of them, but you become aware of them, and you stop, and you say, why? Why? Just because that schmuck, hurt me, broke my heart, I'm supposed to be miserable forever? Seriously? Just because this person said this, that's supposed to become my truth? Because my ancestors had hard lives? Well, everybody's ancestors, even the ones who lived in castles, had hard lives. Because the past, I know everybody's trying to make the past a better thing, but the past stunk. Study history. It was horrible. It was horrible. People didn't care. They just did not care. And you're supposed to take that in, and that's supposed to be part of your truth that you're going to carry around like a weight upon your back, like Marley's chains in A Christmas Carol. Those are supposed to be the truths that you bring to the table, the truths that you live by. You know what? Hell no. I don't mean to curse or to get so passionate about things, but no. I am a very passionate person, by the way. So no, reject this. Reject this, because it is no longer our responsibility as human beings to carry the past upon our shoulders. It is no longer our responsibility to sit there and say, just because my ancestors couldn't have love, I can't. Just because past lives, things were really hard for me, they have to stay hard for me now. No, now it's time to grow. Now it's time to live in the sun. Now it is time to be brilliant and be in love with your life. All right? And things won't always work out. Things won't always be exactly the way that they're supposed to be, but there's a beauty around you, Pisces, that is shining as bright as the sun. Embrace it, because it is attracting to you something exquisite, absolutely exquisite. All right, Pisces, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you, and I love you all. Bye.